I'm working outside.
Penny X.
As you guys have seen in the title of the video, we indeed do have some big announcements. To make this easier, hey guys, my name is Shafeen Chaudhary, aka Sleek, and as a bodybuilder and a fitness coach, I in fact do have some big announcements to share. Our first big announcement as a social media creator is that we have officially reached 100 subscribers in this channel. I thank to each one of the subscribers to provide me all the love, all the support that you've given me, all the encouragements to keep the ball going, to complimenting me, to give me professional and constructive criticism. I really enjoy every single comment you all give me. Which brings me to the second point, to give more interactions. I've, in fact, if you guys notice, started doing lives instead of videos. So, what I have been doing is that you guys seen that I've posted my first and ever gym week highlights. Today is week 28, I assume. Yes. So what I'm going to do is that my long format videos are all going to be lives, and for that week I'm going to post highlights of each category. Well, each day basically. So there's going to be basically my sets where I push my hardest. I basically push hard on everything, but the ones that look flashy and cool, and also Q&As, all the questions that are asked in the live and all the answers that I give. All right, now comes to my third big announcement. You guys are going to love this. We have officially reached 200 days of the bulk. Yes, a big, big, big achievement. Two milestones in one day. It's honestly incredible. What we will do also today is a muscle analysis of all of our muscles during those bulk days. Let's get started. So it's going to be in the form of a tier list. We are going to start with our favorite muscle, obviously, chest. So for chest, we have built over 60 pounds of muscle. I will show you the comparisons right here. They're mostly 60 pounds of strength, not necessarily muscle, which means that let's take, for example, my exercise, the incline Smith thrust. When I first started on my day one, I did a low incline 45-35, which is a normal incline 45-25, I assume. So I went from 45-25 to 45-45, which is a big jump, 20 pounds, to 45 and 15. So 20 plus 15, that's 35. Sorry for the for the weighting of the calculations. Times 2, 70 pounds on just the incline press. Obviously, there are other muscle groups that we could look for. So the thing is, on my flat F chest exercises, unfortunately, I was just switching here and there, so there's no proper progressive overload check, except from around day 80 to day 185. I was doing the flat Smith press, and I could tell you I went from 2 plates and 5 to 2 plates and 35, which is also around 30 pounds of strength, 60. I'm sure it was a bit less on like I also picked around 70 pounds of strength, which automatically gives me a growth because the way I've been training is on in fact in a hypertrophic process. And yeah, so for chest, I'm going to give myself an S tier. Not gonna lie, it's like the best growth I've ever had. From day 0 to day 100, I would say double S tier. And on day 100 to day 300, no, sorry, day 200, around, yeah, like between A and S tier. It was a really good development. Actually, I would say S tier. Moving on to back. So I've been comparing my day 0 to day 100. It was a big difference. Like the number of mass that I've like that I picked up from my upper back and my lats just brought up all the width and all the thickness in my back. And if it was just from day 0 to day 100, I would give myself a triple S tier, if I'm telling you. Now the problem is from day 100 to day 200. What happened was, it's not obviously, the more you train, the less muscular development you make. So, um, as you can see, the width of the back is the same. It's just the thickness. Like my back just got way thicker on my day 200. So just for that, just because the width hasn't changed as much as the thickness, sorry, yeah, exactly. I would give myself A tier, but it was a really beautiful development. Yes. Moving on to our arms. Holy cow. So, I first started my arms on day 1, day 0, whatever you would like to call it. When I measured it for the first time, show you pictures right here, I was at 15 and a half inches. Yes, or 16, somewhere around that. I haven't measured. I wasn't that serious in the beginning on measuring it. It was more on the weight that I was focused on and my strength. And all the way up to day 200, I gained 3 inches. Yes, 3 inches. Now, obviously, there's going to be haters in these comments being like, "Oh, it's it's fat, it's fat, it's fat." Here's the thing: when I first started my bulk, I was around 15 to 16% body fat. I wasn't competition lean. So the fact that I went from 15 to 18 without changing that much my body fat, right now I'm probably like at 20. More muscle has been made. And if you guys know me in real life, this will be a real request, but weird request. But if you touch my hand, you're gonna see that there's absolutely like no fat in there. It's mostly muscle. It's just that what's it called? Like, it's just fluffy. Like, it looks fluffy, but it isn't in fact fluffy. So for the arms, I would say S tier as well. Now, last but not least, the legs. Here's the thing. Day 0 to day 100, big difference. The width, the 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 thickness, everything was like, it was a massive upgrade. Like, my legs went from 0 to 100, pun intended. But yeah, it went from 0 to 100 like this. It was insane. There was big muscular development. When I focused on my inner quads, it was beautiful. It was in fact beautiful. From day 100 to day 200, unfortunately, I did not notice that much of a difference. Neither on my strength, neither on my whatchamacallit, like, overall muscular development. And the reason why I will keep repeating this, because I'm going to have new viewers for sure. I messed up my head while I was performing the hack squats. And hack squats are, in fact, one of the best movements for quad growth. What happened was, you guys know that I'm a failure type of guy. Every set that I take is still failure. And the recommendation is that you should hit all your that you should hit all your sets till failure. The issue is that I hit this thing called a forced reps in plural. And the problem with that is that I did 5 extra reps. My blood needed way more oxygen than I intended to give, and it messed up the back of my head, giving me what you would call an exertion headache. Until today, no, not until today, until last week. Actually, the last time I picked up hack squats was last week. So on day 193, I restarted picking up hack squats, and yeah, so on those 100 days, I haven't been doing hack squats at all. I've been doing leg press. It is a good replacement for hack squats, but I have been seeing a little bit of growth on my legs, but it wasn't as drastic as from day 0 to day 100. On strength, I picked up a lot of strength from my leg extensions. I went from 160 to like 220. no, sorry, 240 on my leg extensions. Sissy squats remained the same just because I'm gaining weight at the same time. So I started at what, like 180, 190. Now I'm like 210 pounds, you know. Like the sissy squats, progressive overloaded by how much weight I have in fact taken. Hammies, same thing, good development. Calves, I'm genetically blessed with big calves. If you see my videos, I will actually show you a little clip. But I had to switch up some exercises just because at the last minute I realized that seated calf raises are no good for muscular hypertrophy. So I in fact changed it to a, you know, those leg press machines. I'll show you in the video. Yeah. So what happened was my legs were too, like, they're like, I didn't have any knee flexion. Well, not knee flexion, but knee extension. And in order to perform good exercises on calves, you have to have full knee extension because that's where the superior calf hits the most. I recently started doing that. Um, I guess my calf grew, but unfortunately for the legs, I'm gonna have to put it in C tier just because the muscular development wasn't much there on day 100 to day 200 as much as day 0 to day 100. Improvements. What improvements I need to take? In fact, there's always the ego side of me. So on the ego side of me, sometimes I bring up weight more than I have to. So I remember once on my incline Smith press, I went on 2 plates and 10 way too early, and I did 2 reps. I kept doing it, I kept doing it. I was like, you know what? Let me just lower the weight. I have to focus on that. I have to change my mentality on things. Going too high was never an issue for me. It's really going too low on like reps that was really an issue for me. For executions, I'm doing it well. I'm slowing down my eccentric, exploring my concentric, and yeah. What else improvements do I have? There's nothing I can think of for now. But yeah, so ego lifting, I gotta be careful of that. Obviously, in your last reps, just, you know, you could do it, but not throughout the whole way. Anyways, right now, all that. Oh yeah, one more thing that I have to improve on. Well, it's not mostly improve on, but it's mostly like my weight. So I have been teasing here and there on TikTok about the edge bulk. I shall explain you what the edge bulk is, which leads to my third big announcements. Let me, in fact, announce the third one, and then I will explain what edge bulking is. So my third announcement is that soon, and very soon, you guys will be surprised, but I'm in fact going to do a mini cut. The reason why I'm going to do a mini cut is because all my muscles have developed. I have seen all, like, you know, all the mass that I'm carrying and all, but I am also carrying some fat, and most of my fat is going like on the stomach area ish, which is honestly really nice because when I'm stage lean, that means everything else is going to be really vascular. Like for example, my triceps, I'm like sub 23% body fat, so 22 to 20. When I flex my triceps like this, I don't know if you could see it as well, but you could see like, you know, you could see some not striations, but like, yeah, basically striations of the triceps as it is, which is pretty nice. But the fat that's going on my stomach, that's a no good for me, you know. So let me explain what edge bulking is. I'm currently 210 pounds right now. My 2 year goal is in fact going up on weight till I'm 220 pounds. Obviously, in that whole 2 year mark, I am going to get 220 pounds be way before the 2 years. So, allow me to introduce the edge bulk. What in my case edge bulking would be is setting yourself an objective for your bulk and then cutting all the way down to wherever you're comfortable with. So for me, for example, it's going to be my goal is 220, and my cut, I'll probably do it till 190. When I'm done with that cut till 190 pounds, I'm not going to be ready for competitions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebulk till 220. And there's going to be a loop, a spamming loop. It's going to go over and over and over again until my 2 year mark is done. And then I'm going to perform an actual cut where I'll be stage lean. What's nice about the edge bulk is every time you restart a cut, you will be able to gain more muscle before on your previous before like more than your previous cut, and you'll gain less fat automatically because you'll have in fact more muscle. So if you keep yourself in that little frame, you're going to technically lose more fat and gain more muscle at the same time. It is a longer format of body recomposition with bulks and cuts. It's a more complex version, if you know what I mean. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the mini cut. Which leads to my fourth announcement. So, if you guys know that I'm also a coach, I have built new programs and I have founded a new company. I call this company Sleek Physique, or SB in short. And it's a company that merges all my bodybuilding content and my coaching content all together. So, my bodybuilding content, first announcement of that, it's in fact going to be me selling some merch. I am going to show you my prototype logo right here. It's probably the logo I'm going to use for my clothing brand. And yes, you're going to see me more in my own clothing where it's written Sleek Physique. There's no demo right now. I'm going to in fact going like tomorrow or maybe even today to try it out. And yeah, it has some good potential in it. Second part of that announcement is I want to make two things. So first off, I finished my cookbook. I will upload it on my TikTok, obviously, for some taste testing and some cooking recipe and stuff like that. And yeah, I will be selling it. It's in the link on my bio. If you guys want it right away, here you go. And I will also be announcing that I have invented this thing called a workout library. What a workout library is that I'm going to in fact make a tier list on all the exercises one by one on each muscle group and say which of the exercises are best. So if you are just starting the gym, this tool will be perfect for you. Just because, let's say you got it from a friend who's been doing for an exercise for a long time but has good genetics. What's going to happen is even if he does push up, he's going to get a good chest. I have researched scientifically every single aspect of every single exercise, which one is good mechanically for your own body, regarding on stability and curvatures for the chest and everything of that sort. And to make it easier for you, it is on a tier list. That will also be in the link in my bio. And yeah, you guys will enjoy. You guys will see all the pricing and stuff. And if you guys have any questions, just DM me or put it in the comments, and I'll answer as quick as I can. And yeah, that's my fourth announcement. And last but not least, my fifth announcement, I will be publicly publishing my coaching programs. So, you know how I'm selling the workout library and cookbook separately? Well, on my coaching program, you'll get to have both of them at the same time with the cutting program, with the bulking program, and in fact, you will also have a weekly check-in with me where you'll be able to message me 24/7. And yeah, exactly, you'll have weekly check-ins, and everything's going to go really well. I will guarantee that you'll have a amazing muscle growth will be as you will achieve the physique of your dreams with the genetic output that you in fact have. Prices will be discussed in fact on DMs. If you are interested in my coaching programs, just let me know. Shoot me a DM on my Instagram. I'm going to put the link in the description, then you guys will be able to see it. And in fact, that is all for all the announcements. I hope you guys like and subscribe. You guys will see me bulk for the next 2 years, get as massive as possible, become a new fitness bodybuilder, classic physique pro. And yeah, stay along with the journey. I'll see you later. Peace. Sleek out.